Thank you, Alex, for your live reporting there. We want to take it over to our photographer, Brad Christian now. He was live at the Kellum Law Firm. The Kellum Law Firm shooting just minutes before we got the reports about the shooting at Walmart. So this all started, from what we can tell, at Kellum Law Firm, where a gunman was spotted, where someone was shot. Our photographer says he saw the man who was shot in the head, and that we saw him actually getting taken away by the ambulance. So we saw that on our own, through our own photographer's lens. We want to take it back over to Brad Christian's camera right now because we do have a witness standing by. Robert Mercado was there at the Kellum Law Firm when this shooting happened, and we want to bring Robert into this so that we can get a good take on what it was like when this all happened around 11:50 this morning. Right before we came on the air with you is when we heard the dispatch talk about a man being shot outside the Kellum Law Firm on Greenville Boulevard. That's the one that we're talking about here. So let's see if we can't get Robert on camera for us. Robert, are you with us? All right, we are still working to get him on the camera, but we do want to just update you because if you are just now joining us, this can be very confusing because it's breaking news and information's pouring into our newsroom. What we do know is this. A man was shot outside the Kellum Law Firm on Greenville Boulevard around 11:50 this morning. Another shooting was reported at the Walmart right across the street just a few minutes later. We have reporters on both scenes, and we want to bring in this witness now. Robert, this is Robert Mercado here standing by, and we would like to ask him a couple of questions. Can you hear me, Robert?
Andrea, I think I'm going to have to ask the questions because I don't have the proper earpiece, but
Brad,
I will go ahead and ask.
Yeah, Brad, can you just get Robert to explain for us what it was like and where he was when this shooting happened outside Kellum?
Yes, if you could just describe to me what was happening earlier when we discussed what happened. You actually saw the gentleman get shot. Just take me through what that was like.
Well, we were just standing there and we heard the shot go off, and then I turned and seen the guy fall, and then I seen the guy go across the street. Me not knowing what was going on, I just seen somebody fall, and then somebody go across the street. I ran to see if the guy was okay. Then he was okay. Not about 3 minutes or maybe a second, I don't know how long because it was rushing. The guy just started shooting anybody in sight as soon as he crossed the street. So me and another gentleman I worked with, we went to our cars, got our guns. We told everybody either get in their car, go back in their rooms, get in the store, lock the door, and we stood and just tried to help everybody and keep them safe. Rob was a former cop, and I just, where I'm from, a lot of this stuff like this happened, so I did what was natural.
Yeah,
it was sad,
where does
I was
Robert
crying.
work?
Why would somebody shoot an older guy? I mean, he wasn't doing nothing, and it was sad. Dude takes off across the street, he had a big, giant bulletproof vest, gun hanging on the side of him, backpack, brown, full of ammunition. It was sad, but that's really it. Because by the time I heard like 17 gunshots go off over there, the cops were on their way, so I guess they got him. I'm not sure.
And you saw him going that way towards the Walmart.
Yeah.
What was the last you saw of him before he disappeared?
The last I seen of him is when he made the right behind Applebee's, and then that's when he started shooting anybody that was passing or anybody that was in the way. I heard he shot 4 people over there. I don't know, man. But I seen him running off with his gun in his hand. On the side, he had like a piece hanging. It was huge, like an Arnold Schwarzenegger gun, man. It was scary.
Gotcha. All right, I'm having problems hearing you, Andrea, so we're gonna, did you have something you wanted to ask?
Where does this yeah, Brad, let me...
Yeah, where do you work? Sir, where do you work?
I work at a car dealership, Joe Pacellis Automotives.
So right here on Greenville Boulevard?
Yeah, right here down the street, Greenville Boulevard, definitely.
Were you driving by?
No, we're actually having a meeting, training course in this hotel. That's why I was over here.
Did he see people coming out of the hotel? Were people coming out of the hotel with him when this shooting took place? Were people pouring out to see what was going on? How many people were there?
Andrea's asking, were there others with you that came out of the hotel when they heard the shooting happen?
Well, yeah, a gentleman named Rob. Everybody else was, of course they're scared. I was a little scared too, I ain't gonna lie. But Rob actually was a former police officer, and we both went to our cars and got our guns out, and we stood there and tried to protect everybody, just in case something else happened.
Yeah, I want to know if he had ever, at one point, did he ever fear for his own life when he saw that gunman? Maybe he saw him with his own eyes.
Yeah. Yes, Andrea's asking if you ever feared for your own life when you saw the gunman and in a totally unsecured situation. Were you fearing for your life?
No, actually, no. I was just trying to keep myself together because, like I said, I've been through something like this similar before, and I was just trying to move on instinct. I was more so scared for this man over here that was bleeding, that got shot inside his face. I was more so scared for him and just trying to protect everybody. I wasn't really scared to the point, oh my God, you know, but I was startled, and I knew I had to step above what everybody else was doing, try to protect everybody I was around. That's all.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Robert. We really do appreciate you. Brad, I want to ask you a couple of things real quick before we let you go. But the scene right now at Kellum, can you just describe if there's crime scene tape up? Are police still present? Is this over there, or are they still there investigating and wondering where this man is? Do we have any idea where the gunman is at this point?
Yeah, Andrea, I've just switched to my mass cam, so hopefully you can get a little bit better perspective at what this shooting scene looks like over here. I think definitely the energy is moving towards the Walmart right now.
Okay, well, Brad Christian, we want you to be safe out there as well. We know that you'll continue to stay and gather this information for us. We interviewed Robert Mercado just a couple of minutes ago, and his account of what he saw. This is something that is truly, truly shocking for the community of Greenville. This is an area of the city that we just don't hear about anything like this. We haven't seen a shooting like this since I've been living here over the last 3 years. And this is an area of town where, you know, stay-at-home moms shop at Walmart in the middle of the day. This is where people go to lunch, like you heard Brad talking about. Applebee's is right there. You have the Target, Chick-fil-A. This is a very calm part of the city. And so for something like this to be happening right now is really shaking a lot of people to their core, myself included. And we want to bring our Alex Friedman back into this because, as we told you earlier, he is live outside the Walmart. The shooting incident started at Kellum Law Firm and then apparently poured across the street at the Walmart. And so the same type of gunman, suspected gunman, has been described at both scenes. And we don't know yet, Alex, if this gunman or whoever they think is responsible for this has been captured at this point, right?
Yeah, Andrea, as we were saying earlier today, a lot of the witnesses out here were telling us that a lot of the gunmen and the fighting and the fire back and forth went to the back of the Walmart area. Police had chased them back into that area. Now,